Hey, what's up everybody? It's Stacy Storino from Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill. And in this episode of the Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill show, meaning our vlog style show, I'm going to share with you what it's like working at an ice cream shop. And it's not always as easy as you might think it is. So make sure you stick with this video all the way through. But before we get started, make sure you hit that like button if you're excited and subscribe and click that bell notification to get a helping of our delicious videos every single week. If you like comfort food, we're the place for you. And even if you can't come to Joe's, we'll be happy to serve you up all of the digital comfort food you could ever want on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, just about anywhere online. As I explained in a recent episode of the Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill show, a video called Getting Ready to Open the Ice Cream Shop, we need at a minimum a team of 6 to 8 people just to open the door 7 days a week all year round. During our busy season, which you might imagine is late spring through the end of summer, early fall, well, we often need anywhere from 10 to 11 people working per shift, all in a space that's the size of a tiny house, around 765 square feet big. So of course, if you're going to be working at a place like Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill, you should be pulling in and parking as early as you can. It's almost impossible that there isn't something for you to do. So let's go. Okay, once you've clocked in, washed, and sanitized, it's time to get to work. When you enter into the building, you'll see at least one member of our designer dessert department at work. And our prep team is working in the background to make sure that the kitchen, more towards the front of the building, is well stocked. And then you can walk around to see many of the freezers that hold the product that you'll be scooping all day long, presuming you're not preparing soft serve ice cream cones. And yes, there's not too much separating you from the kitchen on one side of our teeny tiny building and the designated ice cream side on the other side of the building. We've got 5 windows set up along the front of the building, but otherwise you've got to run all over the inside to get things like toppings for sundaes. And sure, towards the front of the building, there are soft serve ice cream machines too. And we have multiple machines with sizing charts so that newbie employees can see how many rings it takes to create each size of ice cream cone so that we have uniformity in terms of the finished product. We've also got our soft serve flavors of the week on top of chocolate, vanilla, and classic twist so that if someone is a die-hard soft serve fan, that they have a variety. My husband Steve and my father-in-law John are likely having a meeting outside on the daily. It could be anything from staffing and scheduling issues to ordering more food for the kitchen or hot food side and then the cold food or ice cream side, and we have multiple vendors to order from. Or it could be about how to share a piece of content properly to social media on Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill's social media platforms. In the meantime, in the back of the shop, a cake is being decorated by hand. Most of our ice cream cakes are made of soft serve, but sometimes for an upcharge, we can make them from hard ice cream. As you can see, we have per holiday many options for people to order from. Every year, we try to launch and retire limited time designer dessert collections for people to get. The decorating work that has to be done by hand is extensive. Meanwhile, at the front of the shop, everyone's busily serving customers at every single one of our 5 windows. 4 or 3 if it's super bad weather, but usually every window is popping. Front of the house remains super busy, the back of the house is too. mix our icing colors, so that's a lot of labor too, and hand pipe it all. It takes a lot of experience to do this properly, the piping or decorating part especially. It takes a very steady hand, and our head designer Sue is absolutely gifted, and we're lucky to have her. In the meantime, the scooping of hard ice cream is more labor intensive than you'd think. You're in for some hard work if someone doesn't want soft serve, and we have up to 40 flavors of hard ice cream that people love. So you're gonna get a great upper body workout throughout your 4 to 6 hour shift working at Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill. Meanwhile, our designer dessert department's always busy in the back. We're at a point where we're ready to burst. It's nearly impossible to keep up with the demand, even for our designer dessert department. You just can't come in early enough or stay late enough anymore if you're working on that team. Sometimes it's only one person with a little bit of an assist from the rest of the staff if things get slow, but as of 2018 or so, the amount of slow periods are very rare around here. So even if you're supposed to be working the front, we may need to help you out, to have you help out in the back. And it doesn't mean that you're doing fancy design. You might just be assembling more cake boxes. You might be running to our freezers to bring out a cake that someone's picking up. But if you try your hand at design and you're good, well, you might be split between working with the designer dessert department, especially around big holidays like Christmas and Thanksgiving, and working in the front of the house, scooping ice cream and ringing people up. But even if you're working strictly up front, here's the thing. You could very well be taking cake orders over the phone anyway. The days of Sue or anyone from the designer dessert department answering the phone is over. They're way too busy. But that's okay. When you're working at an ice cream shop, a lot of the time you're serving the customers. And at Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill, we're blessed to have a lot of those pretty much all the time. So what will it look like behind the scenes as you're working at an ice cream shop like ours? Well, kind of like this. It gets really busy, you run around and you're just like, that's it, yeah. I quit. How's it been so far?
I don't know, I've been outside putting a tent up.
Oh yeah, that's right, because it's gonna rain a lot.
Sunday.
Gorgeous. Very gorgeous.
S'more Sunday.
Nice. You're gonna be super busy working with up to 10 other people, depending upon the shift, up to 10 people at a time in a 765 square foot space. Both sides of the house are busy. The kitchen side, where the hot food is prepared for walk-up orders, takeout, and delivery orders, and the cold food side, where people are busily ringing up customers, making sundaes like our s'more sundae, and the milkshakes. I mean, we can have 2 to 3 milkshakes being made at a time. The bottom line, if you work at a place like Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill, the time will fly with respect to your shift, because we're busy pretty much every day of the week, even when it rains, thanks to takeout and delivery orders. And our willingness to take orders online long before the awful pandemic hit, that helped. Now, in the next vlog we're putting out, we're going to cover something that our Facebook group members, and there are thousands of them, voted on, and that is why our ice cream stand nearly failed. Oh, wow. We're going to pull back the curtain on this one. I don't think that there's ever been a YouTube video made by an ice cream stand or shop owner that's ever been as vulnerable and transparent as this next video is gonna be. You're gonna wanna subscribe and hit the bell notification so that you don't miss this one. The good news is we've gone on to be a supersonic success from years ago when we almost sold our business because we just really couldn't see another way that made sense. We've become so successful that we've been featured in places like the Wall Street Journal and ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox News, and more. We've become so successful that we're a year-round phenomenon, and our limited-time designer dessert collections like our JDB mini turkeys can either sell out or literally sell thousands of units. So we're okay now, I promise. If you can, you want to come by and visit us in person. But look, do you have a way to save big once you come by to visit us? No problem. Click the link in the description below to get your savings, even more sneak peeks into the ice cream world and more right now. Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill, over-the-top food for over-the-top memories. Come by and make some of your best over-the-top memories with us.